1, 2, 3, clap.
Back at the swap, and after a couple of days on Stefan's diet, Elizabeth needs some time out and opts for her favourite activity, dancing. And for Stefan, it could be just what he needs to win new hearts back home.
I'm gonna get you dancing.
I have rhythm. Look, this body has rhythm.
All right.
Okay.
That should make it easy then.
All right.
Cue the music.
It's a wee bit of freestyle.
Yeah.
Just put out the movement. Me and Elizabeth had a great song together, we'd done some moves, but when I stepped back, there was only Elizabeth in the room. Elizabeth was focused on Elizabeth.
I am stuck in a time warp, and that's part of the reason why I'm still, as far as I'm concerned, young, because the people I used to go clubbing with, they're all old and boring now, and I'm still the same. I would hope that in 20 years I'm still doing this, in 40 years even.
Concerned that his dance partner might be hungry after their workout, Stefan treats Elizabeth to one of his favourite snacks, a burger.
I know how to get out a woman's heart, quite literally.
You would have to give her a heart attack. Please, no more food offerings.
Unfortunately for Elizabeth, only 60 minutes later, dinner arrives, and it's not small. It's a large portion of fish and chips.
Had I not eaten everything else today, I would have been able to eat that, all of that.
And for Stefan, time really is standing still as he faces another anti-aging meal packed full of raw garlic.
There's going to be a 10-mile zone around me in London with my breath. I'm not going to be able to walk anywhere. It's 2 full days now without caffeine, without the sugar, without the constant feed of food. I think it's just brought my emotions down a little, and the normal sparky self has just a little subdued. And I find that irritations are a little bit more intense. I'm just feeling a little...
Things don't get any easier for Stefan the next day as he faces bran flakes without any milk.
Great.
Isn't it just like eating crisps?
No. It's not.
And for Elizabeth, it's something she'd never normally allow herself to eat. Fried sausages and deep-fried fries.
I'm sick of food. I'm just sick of the frequency with which it's coming at me.
By dinner time, Stefan is famished and in urgent need of a decent meal. Perhaps something like the dish he served up to Elizabeth, fish with cheesy potatoes.
This is... well...
But no, it's more pasta with raw garlic. And for dessert, Stefan's got a second bowl of high-fibre bran mixed with yoghurt and apple. And his goodwill is wearing thin.
This here is like somebody who is constantly worried about their health, constantly worried about their physical health. This here is a concoction that has been concocted.
Your opinion, not sort of
but
like
it's an opinion that you're giving me because...
But that's what you don't know me. Because I am slim, does it have to mean that I have an issue with food?
Do you have an issue with it, though?
You tell me.
I'm trying to find...
Don't try to find out anything. Take me as you find me, but don't try to go deeper because you're going to go deep into territory that you don't want to go into.
Well, I'll allow you to have your fish and your potatoes and peas analysed free. There was an angry reaction to any sort of criticism or any sort of observation, and I'm not sure if I could cope with another dinner session like that.
Back at the diet swap, Dr. Jessen makes a last-ditch attempt to change Superskinny Elizabeth's extreme eating habits.
Do you think you need to put on any weight?
No.
No. Do you think if you run along at this weight, you will run into any problems later on in life?
I can't predict the future.
You really don't know?
No.
Even after the things I've talked to you about, you still don't know?
I heard what you told me, but like I said, I'm working on cures. As far as I'm concerned, old age is an illness. It's an ailment.
Old age is an illness?
It's an ailment, yeah.
So old age isn't a natural thing that should happen? It only happens to sick people?
I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm talking about things that I'm doing for myself.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to undo a little bit now, because some of the things you're doing, I'm telling you medically, are not the right things for the future. Perhaps you feel fine now. I promise you, you won't later on. Well, that's why I really want to help you. So, from now on, are you going to try a little bit harder? I want to see you, I really want to see you try and finish a whole meal.
Try.
Your hardest, okay? Your hardest. Promise me. Yeah?
Deal.
It's the final morning of the swap, and it's Elizabeth's last chance to prove she can finish a whole meal. But will she do it? Stefan will not be sorry to see the back of the terrible trio.
Oh, I may cry. I may cry through this. Elizabeth, I have never truly met anyone like you in my life. And I think one of you in my lifetime is pretty much enough.
For me, this feels like an accomplishment. I wasn't hungry, but I knew that if I paced myself, obviously having a strong will, I'd be able to do it.
Finally, we've done it. We succeeded. Give me a wee high five. I think she enjoyed it. I think for the first time the whole experience, she's felt full. Again, she won't admit it, but I think that Elizabeth has broke. Full of energy and ready to get up and go?
I'm feeling full.
Full to start.
So, you've done it. You've got through to the end of what has been a really difficult week for both of you, hasn't it? So you've now got 12 weeks where you're going to go away on sensible, balanced diets. I want you to work really hard at those, which I think you're both going to, aren't you? I'm looking at you. But I'd love it if you could think about how some of the things, the ideas and suggestions that I've come up with for you might work into your philosophy, that you can actually incorporate them and I hope set you up for that long, healthy life that you're really going for. Do you think that would be possible too?
I think.
Yeah?
Possibly.
Yeah? I like you agreeing with me and it's wonderful. That's for you, Stefan. I want you to go for it. Really try, because I want to see you pounds lighter at the end of this 12 weeks. Elizabeth, that's yours as well. So, I'm going to wish you the best of luck. I really think you're both going to succeed, actually. And I'm going to see you in 12 weeks' time a lot happier. OK?
Elizabeth and Stefan are on their own for 12 weeks, and it's down to them to face up to their demons and turn their lives and their bodies around.
This has been one of the toughest, emotional, challenging journeys I have ever faced in my life.
I came expecting to eat junk food. I did not come expecting to eat a lot of food. But having said that, I know that my eating habits isn't that of a normal person.
12 weeks ago, Superskinny Elizabeth was severely restricting her diet on just 1,000 calories a day in the belief that this would slow down the aging process. Since leaving the feeding clinic, she's been given a healthy, higher-calorie eating plan.
You're looking very well. And have you put on weight?
Yeah, lots.
Her final weigh-in will reveal whether she's got herself up to a more healthy weight.
Well, hello, look at you.
Look at you!
How are you?
What happened to your hair?
Elizabeth's being reunited with her supersize opposite, Stefan, to share the results.
OK, guys, let's get down to the important bit, is whether you've lost or gained accordingly, yeah? So, Elizabeth, you've gone from 6 stone 2 to 6 stone 11.
You're kidding me.
You have put on 9 pounds, which is phenomenal. I'm gobsmacked. That's fantastic.
I put on 9 pounds?
You've put on 9 pounds. Wow. Yes. What do you think of that, Stefan?
You know, I didn't think it was that much. Well done, me.
Well done, you. Absolutely. Well, I'm just delighted with you. I didn't believe that you would do it. You look wonderful.
Elizabeth has also put on an inch around her arm and an inch and a half around her waist.
I feel great. I actually feel comfortable. I don't feel heavy with this amount of weight on. And that makes me feel kind of good.
Elizabeth's put on more weight than I ever imagined she would, and she's looking so much healthier and happier that I really hope she keeps this up for life now.